How do you practice guitar? Do you have lessons? Do you practice at home? Or really, what I'm trying to understand is how do you go about working this thing to get it to sound good? Hi, I'm Alan Hopgood of Gold Coast School of Guitar, and just recently I was having a conversation with my students, just checking in with them, see how they're going, what their problems are, and I got the usual strumming, picking, and all those chord changes and all those, and they're a given. And then someone said, I find practicing at home very hard. I thought, interesting. And really, when it comes down to it, all those people who are struggling with their chords, they're strumming or getting parts of the songs down, are struggling to practice. And, if you like most of us, you are doing that at home. All right. And that may seem self and redundant, but it is what it is. All right. So, how do you practice at home this guitar thing? And I went around the room and I asked every one of them, and not one of them said a key thing. All right, they're all doing it. They're playing through it, trying to get it, fumbling, going back, doing it. Not one of them said these couple of things. Not one of them says, I put the song on and I'm playing along with the song. Right? Not one of them said, I sit down with the metronome. Not one of them said, oh, I get a drum pattern and do it. And so I got them to explain what they do, and they're just like doing the chord change back and forth. And that's all fine with a strumming pattern, and that's all fine. But the problem is when we're working on our chord changes, our rhythm, where we want to do something that sort of gets those things going even better. And as a byproduct, once you get your basics down, being able to play in time and keep good time is really, really important to playing songs. And I don't care if you just want to play for your cat, it's going to make the cat really happy, okay? But people are going to appreciate it. They may not know what's wrong, but they'll feel that something's not right if you haven't got a good control over your timing. So when you practice with a metronome, and like for most people out there, I would recommend not doing a metronome. I would go to more of a drum pattern, all right? Because you want that accountability, and because we connect with the drum more than so a metronome, um, it's more familiar to us. But we connect with it, and what that does, it helps keep you accountable. So when we learn something like whether it's that C to G, like say song's got that in it, for example. When learning that, left to our own devices, we'll go, um, we'll stop and start. Whereas, because we haven't got anything guiding us, and that's why you can make great advances when you're with a teacher because they're there to guide you. Unfortunately, we can't be there 24/7 with you. So, taking the time to get these tools like a drum machine, which you can get in an app, or a metronome, which you can get in an app nowadays, um, and do that helps keep you accountable. Not only helps work what you need to work on, but works at rhythm and timing and getting you into a groove. Because if you're connecting with the drums, you've got something to follow, right? You can really get into the groove of that drum machine. The other thing I would recommend, like on top of those two things, and probably the most important, is playing along with the song. Right? I can't say that enough. I wish somebody told me that 40 odd years ago. Just play along with the song. Right? Unfortunately, back then, we didn't have tools like we do nowadays. You've got apps that can slow things down. You've got software programs that can slow things down. Even YouTube videos like this has a little settings wheel where you can change the speed of the video. Now, which is great. However, working at something at 100% and then, okay, I'm struggling there, I need to slow it down, going down to 75% of the full speed is a pretty big jump. You may have to go that deep, that low, sorry, but you don't want to be at say 75% and the next option is 100% because that's just too big of a jump. You want to be able to go up in increments, like I mean beats per minute or percentages. So apps like the Amazing Slowdown app, or there's a great extension that Chrome does called Transpose that connects with YouTube videos, and you can control it. You can set it up in loops, which is great for working on your problem areas. So if that's C's, G's in a song that you want to play, right? You can loop that with these programs, slow it down to where it's comfortable for you, and just do plenty of repetitions. All right. So we've taken a chunk of that song, worked that problem area by playing it slow and doing repetitions. So if you're not practicing in any one of those three ways, I would recommend start today to do that, because you're going to have that accountability there. You're going to feel when you're not doing something right, because that that guide is there. Okay, but again, left to our own devices, we don't know. So we might, uh, all right, we might slow things down just so we can get that change. But what we're doing is really practicing how to do that. All right, and in the song, unless the song slows down at that point, it's not going to do that. So we've got to have that accountability. So get the drum app. The one I use is Drum Beats Plus. It's a great little app. Unfortunately, it's not on the Android network, but it's got basic patterns in there that you can play along with. All right. Ideally, it's the song you want to play along with. And for most beginners, playing a song at full tempo is just going by way too quick. All right, we want the ability to slow it down, so you can get those apps or those extensions that you can use. And like, yes, there's a learning curve to it, but like, if I can work it out, and I'm not technological advanced, you can too. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but like, they're making them so user friendly and intuitive now that it's really easy to get up to speed really quick. All right, so slow things down, chunk it down, slow it down, and then do many repetitions. And then when you get it through and it's comfortable, put it up a little bit. Don't go up in 1 beats per minute or anything. That's irrelevant. Like, you don't want to go up in 10 beats, because that's too much. Similar to the YouTube video of 75 up to 100. That's way too big of a jump. That's just going to cause stress and overwhelm and not make this fun. All right, so that's how I recommend practicing at home. Get your weekly lessons, but then work on this at home. All right, you need to do this, and with technology that we've got in 2024, there is no excuses not to be able to get better. Okay, so that's my little rant about practicing at home. Hopefully you've learned something. If you've actually got value out of this and you haven't before, hit the like button or the subscribe button. It really helps us out. But all those tools in there that I mentioned, I don't have any affiliation with them. There's no links down below or anything. Just go and look for them. You find something that works for you. Okay? All right. Till next time, my friends. Happy playing. Let's play songs for fun.